Hello and welcome to this episode of Park Views with Brad Hughes. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Views with Hughes. That's Hughes. Please rate and review the show on iTunes and Stitcher. And you can also comment over on Libsyn. With all that being said, thank you for downloading this episode, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Park Views with Brad Hughes. I am Brad Hughes. Also, why am I talking like this? I have no idea. Sorry, I didn't take that off. It doesn't sound as good. Hello, welcome back to the show. I know it's been a hot minute. What's this? I know it's been a hot minute since we've done a show, but that is what we're doing today. We're going to play catch up on some of the biggest and best news throughout all of Walt Disney World. If it is your first time listening to the show, hello. Hope you stick around. Hit subscribe, and you can get these what's what I'm saying? Trying to say here, semi-regularly. We're trying to get back in the swing of things. It's been very busy. I know that's like always what happens. Like I go on these tears where I'm doing like shows consistent, like a ton of shows, and then I fall off because I run out of time. And it's been one of those times where I've run out of time. But today I got some time, so we're going to go ahead and jump on into some stuff. Now it's going to be a pretty dense show. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here. I don't know how long it's going to be, but there's going to be a lot of information coming at you. So just kind of sit back, relax, grab a drink like I'm doing, and enjoy the podcast. Cheers. It's going to be a good day. All right, first up, going all the way back to July 4th with some news. I know it's been a very long time, but we're going to get to everything, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Galaxy's Edge at the end. And we'll go from there. All right. First piece of news. This is something that I have not done yet, but I'm looking very forward to it. I'm actually going today to go and check it out and see what I can do. I'm actually going today and trying one of these bad boys out. So I'm gonna go see what the fuss is about. First up, strawberry flavored Red's Revenge Dole Whip is now served in Walt Disney World. It is strawberry Dole Whip with Fanta strawberry soda, making it like a Dole Whip float, but with strawberry and everything. I cannot wait to try this. I'm not usually a float person, and I do not like Citrus Swirl. I do like the Dole Whip float because it's not carbonated. I feel like that might be the reason why I'm not a huge fan of floats. I don't like root beer floats, but I gotta try this, man. The strawberry looks so freaking good. I've talked to some people who have had it, and they say it's like tart but sweet. I'm really curious how this is gonna taste because it looks like it's gonna taste like candy, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be like a more natural strawberry flavor. But I will have a review on the YouTube channel and part of the video that I'm making today. So go check that out in a little bit, and it's going to be a blast. That is the first piece of information here. Let's move on to the next one. Construction has begun, and I'm pretty sure it wrapped up. That was very quick. On the Leave a Legacy stones over at Epcot, and when you first walk into the park, it looks completely different now. It is so nice. I cannot wait to see how they add to this area. I'm so excited about those Leave a Legacy things being gone. I'm so excited. I know they're just moving them to the front of the parking lot, or like towards out of the park, but that's okay. Just move them out of the park. It's unnecessary. It disturbs the look of going into the park. And God, it just looks so much better. If you haven't seen it yet, I got a video of it as well. Half of it being done over on YouTube, youtube.com/parkviews with Brad Hughes. No longer Daily Disney blog. We thanks to you guys, we're able to have enough subscribers to be able to change the URL now. So it is Park Views with Brad Hughes, youtube.com/parkviews with Brad Hughes. Moving on to the next story here. Disney has released a trailer for the 2020 live action remake of Mulan. I am so sick of these live action films. I did like Lion King. I saw it. It's fine. It's nowhere near better than the original. It's probably my favorite of the live action ones. And before this, my favorite live action one was Cinderella. But I'm just okay. We get it, and my problem with these movies is they're not staying true to the films anymore. Like with Mulan, there's no Mushu, so like it's not a remake. Then like remaking the movie means you're taking those characters and just doing a live action version. If you're leaving out the comic relief of the character or of the film, first off, you're going to get rid of a part that everyone loves, but you're also getting rid of the comic relief. So like the movie's going to be super serious, and that's not what Disney films are. I don't understand why you would do Mulan without Mushu. Guys, I know it's a figure in Chinese history, but I'm talking about for people who don't necessarily, not sound rude, but like don't care about that. Like they like the film, like me. I get it. I like history, but I like the film the way it is, and I want to see Mushu. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think it's because it's Eddie Murphy. They didn't want to recast it and have like the whole fuss over, the genie deal like they did with Will Smith being the genie. I don't know. To me, this isn't a remake then. Like you're doing a live action version of the story of Mulan, which if that's what it is, just call it that. You don't have to call it a remake. I don't know. Very strange. Another thing that I will never see, there's a trailer for Mistress of Evil, the Maleficent film. I just can't. That is other than Tomorrowland, I would say that's probably one of the worst films Disney has ever made and one of the worst decisions that Disney has ever made because it's just a bad movie. Like they take this beloved fairy tale and go, oh, that's not the real story. This is the real story. It's like, well, Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney film of all time. And now like the bad guy is a good guy and it's stupid. I hated it so much. I hated it so much when the first time I left, I was like, there's no way I actually hate this movie this much. I went back the next day and watched it again and I got halfway through it and got up and walked out and I was like, oh no, I do actually hate this movie this much. It's bad. Not a fan of that movie whatsoever. Could not care less about that movie. Moving on to the next story here. Galaxy's Edge is opening in just a few short weeks and in just a few short days. I'll be actually being able to get in. I'm going on August 2nd on a cast member preview. I'm lucky enough to be able to go to one of those. And I'll be able to give my thoughts on that sooner than later. But it's the same thing. So it's going to be the same land, just really, really close to me. I'm very excited about that. But that's not the interesting news. The interesting news is we finally have opening dates for Rise of the Resistance. And this is the interesting part. Disney World is getting the Rise of the Resistance first. Ours is going to be opening on December 5th here in Orlando. And the one at Disneyland is not opening until January 17th, 2020. Interesting. I don't know what's going on over there. Hoping they can get the issue resolved by then. It makes me really nervous that they're moving it back as far as they are. I don't know. I think it's going to be... I'm excited about it, honestly, because then I can do a review of it without having to go to Disneyland first. I can just go down the street and get in and do all that stuff. But I'm just so excited about Rise of the Resistance, man. I cannot stress it to you. If you guys have never listened to the show before, if it's your first time, there's like... I'm doing laundry and dishes, and I was like, you know what? That sounds great. Let's do a podcast. So that's what these sounds are behind me. I don't know if you can hear it. So I apologize, but... I have to get stuff done. If you've never listened to the show before, I'm a massive, massive, massive Star Wars fan. I do a podcast on the same feed called Jedi Talk. And this is the thing from Star Wars that I'm most excited about ever. Over any film, over any comic book, over any novel, over anything ever Star Wars related. This is the number one thing I'm excited about. I have been thinking about it. I have dreams about this ride like once a week. I'm serious. Like I'll wake up and tell Holly the dream that I've had, and they're like kind of like it's strange. I've had many dreams about this attraction, so like I cannot wait to actually get on this thing. And the fact that it's so close and it's gonna be before the Rise of Skywalker, guys, I'm gonna get to see this right before Rise of Skywalker. I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. So I will be there opening day with some friends. We're trying to get some people nailed down. I know a few of them that have confirmed that they're going to be there on opening day. I'm not going to say them yet because it's too early out to say, but we may or may not be doing some sort of charity event along with this. So just stay tuned. I will tweet out what we're going to be doing over on Twitter, so you can check that out. You can follow me on Twitter at @ViewsWithHughes over on Twitter and Instagram. I don't use Instagram very much, but Twitter definitely. So go check that out if you're interested to see how you can help with the charity event. So all the money would be going to donate to Give Kids the World, by the way. Oh, and also, I'll say that for the end. Sorry about that. It got really, really loud, so I had to take a few minutes off there and let it do its thing because it got really, really loud. Moving on to the next piece of news here. Marvel Studios has confirmed? Marvel Studios has confirmed that Thor 4 will be directed and written by Taika Waititi, which I guess a lot of people were excited about. I do not like Thor Ragnarok. I think that... Yes, the Thor franchise wasn't great, and he's best in the Avenger movies for sure. But a lot of people really like Ragnarok. I don't like it because I think it was like too jokey, and not like Guardians, because I really love Guardians. I know it sounds weird to be like, I don't like jokes. I was a friggin' stand-up comic, so I love comedy. But it just felt like they took a completely new take on Thor in the middle of something that had already been established. If Thor had come out of the gate being silly and jokey and everyone around him being silly, but that wasn't the case. And I'm not a huge fan of Thor Ragnarok. I think Taika Waititi is a great director. He's got a movie coming out called... Oh man, what's it called? Some Jax the Rabbit. Make sure I say this right. But he's a very, very talented actor, and I like his style a lot. I just don't think it worked necessarily for Thor. Jojo Rabbit, sorry. But who knows? Maybe I'll like it more. If they keep Fat Thor, that would be great. Like Fat Thor, Dad Bod Thor. But they also did confirm during Comic-Con, which we'll get to in a few minutes, but we'll talk about the whole Marvel slate. But they did mention that Natalie Portman is going to be Lady Thor, and I don't think it's the same Jane Foster that we see in our Earth. I think this is going to be a way to bring the multiverse in. I think Jane is going to be Jane from a different universe, that in that universe she was Thor. I think that would be the cool way to bring this in. Very cool. And she was not the best part of Thor by any stretch, so her coming back is going to be interesting too, to see how she embraces this. Natalie Portman's a great actress. So anytime she's involved, I'm going to be all in. And I'm excited to see what happens with Thor 4. I'm actually going to rewatch Ragnarok soon, because I've ragged this movie. I've only ever seen it once. But I just really didn't like it the first time I saw it. So I'm going to try to give it another shot and see if I like it more. But I doubt it. All right, moving on to the next story here. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. I'll talk about it every time I'm there. The Tomorrowland sign over at Magic Kingdom has been taken down, but it is apparently coming back with some changes to it. I'm going to predict, I have no inside information on this whatsoever, but I'm going to predict what they did was they just took the lights off of it and kind of rethemed it so they don't have to replace light bulbs there, because sometimes those are gone, and when that effect isn't working on one side, it looks very strange. I do not know anything though, so I am just guessing they're going to streamline it, make it a little more futuristic, because it did look kind of 90s, but in a great way. So who knows what they're doing with it, but I do know if you go look at the Disney Parks app, it already shows the change. I'll actually tweet that out, because I'm going to be talking more about this on... I'll actually tweet this out so people can see what I'm talking about there. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that it is... gone. It's very strange. I didn't even notice it. That was just so funny. Last time I was there, I was walking around and I was like, it looks different over here. Oh my god, the Tomorrowland sign's gone. It took me a second. But yeah, very, very strange. But you can see on the map here, it looks just like they taken all of the decorations out of the middle of it, and it just says Tomorrowland, which is lame. I hope this looks better than what it actually looks like on here, because this looks terrible if that's the case. Oh man, I haven't seen this yet, but because I knew it existed, but I haven't seen it. This sucks. If that's what it looks like, I'm gonna be bummed. Oh well, what are you gonna do? This is not a museum, right? All right, let's move on to another story here, talking about Mickey's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. This is gonna kick off in just a few days. Actually, August 16th, my daughter's birthday, is the very first Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom, because nothing says fall like August in Florida. Your candy's going to melt into just one big heaping mess. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have chocolate this year. Seriously. Just because it's just going to melt. I think them doing like Skittles. You're going to see a lot of Skittles. You're going to see a lot of Lifesaver gummies, I'm guessing, because it's going to melt, because it was 102 yesterday here. And that was in my car after I had driven around for a while. And it wasn't like, when you go to your car and it's like 114 or whatever, but it's not really that outside. This was after a long time of like driving in the car, going down and up in temperature, and it was definitely 102. So insane, but it's okay. Halloween is just around the corner, and there are some new additions to this year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They are going to be doing a brand new fireworks show that's going to be hosted by Jack Skellington, some overlays, and amazing tree trails. And I'm reading this off of Inside the Magic, so just so you know. They're going to have... I wanted to see here. This was the press event, or the press release for this. Jack is coming to tell a not-so-scary story about how anything can happen on Halloween night. Jack's ghost dog Zero then flies off, carrying everyone along on a trick-or-treating adventure with our friends Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, find themselves drawn into a mysterious haunted house. Ooh. Their journey takes them from one room to another, encountering dancing skeletons, waltzing ghosts, and a whole series of troublemaking Disney villains. Very cool. Let's see. Space Mountain will go completely dark this year and take guests on a journey with all-new rock soundtrack. And Adventureland, a crew of swashbuckling pirates will join you on your adventure through Pirates of the Caribbean, blah, 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 and Mad Tea Party. So all the same stuff that they did last year, which is really, really cool. So the stuff last year was fantastic. And actually, in my new intro video on YouTube, youtube.com/ParkHughes, shameless plug, actually used some of that footage because it was that cool. The teacup thing was really, really cool. It was my favorite addition to Halloween last year. It was great. Here's something I hadn't even heard of. I had no idea this was a thing, but Disneyland is now offering annual pass holder cup with discounted drink refill. So it's like an AP tumbler, and you get to get it refilled. So it's only $14.99 plus tax, and then X amount of dollars for the refills. I don't know exactly what the price is because it doesn't say in this article here, but you can do coffee, tea, hot chocolate, soda, soft drinks. You can kind of do whatever you'd like. Oh, I'm sorry. It does say 99-cent refills. That is crazy awesome. I wish they would do that at Disney World. I know they won't, but that would be awesome if they did that here because it looks cool too. It's got little Mickey ears on it. It says AP. It's really cool. I had no idea that was even a thing. All right, going back to some Halloween stuff here for a second. Moving on to the next story here. Ghostbusters. Ooh. Guys, Ghostbusters is going to have a house at Halloween Horror Nights this year at Universal Orlando. I am so excited. This is going to be a good one. I'm still mad at myself that I didn't ever go to Universal Hollywood and see the one for Alien, because Alien is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I love it. And I know they did an Alien house, and I saw some of it on YouTube, and I really wish I would have seen it. It looked so freaking cool, but whatever. This is going to be great. I'm going to be there opening night. I'm going to try to be there opening night for Horror Nights because I just love Horror Nights. It is one of my favorite things. I did it for the first time last year and I had a freaking blast. So I cannot wait to continue to do Horror Nights going forward because it was so much fun. I met so many friends. I met Kevin C's Lagoon. He's a good buddy of mine now. Met a lot of people from the Disney Twitter community and listeners of the show, and got to hang out with him at Horror Nights last year. So it was awesome, and I can't wait to do it again. It's so great. Okay, let's move on to another piece of news that I know more about because I've been already, and I can't wait. Disney has released the menus for the food inside of Galaxy's Edge on opening day at Galaxy's Edge here on August 29th. This stuff will be available on opening day. So let's start with the big quick serve restaurant, Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. It's a little different, I think, than what was offered at Disneyland, but I don't remember exactly. So let's go ahead and start here. So the first thing they're going to be offering, and this is Docking Bay 7, we'll go around the land. The Bright Suns Morning, featuring 3 cheese egg bite, pork sausage, purple potato hash, and mini Mustafarian lava roll, which is like a pastry. Looks fantastic. I'm not a breakfast person, but I would actually probably get this because it looks really, really good. I wouldn't eat the egg, but everything else looks good. Yeah, that looks really, really good. So that's the Bright Suns Morning. Then you'll get to the chance to get the Rising Moon's Overnight Oats, which is oats, dragon fruit, yogurt, and seasonal fruit, and the Mustafarian lava roll by itself. Let me go give you the prices here. Bright Sun Morning is $10.99. Rising Moon Overnight Oats is $6.99, and the Mustafarian lava roll is $5.99. So not too bad. And the Disney Kids Check meals, you can do the Bright Sun's Youngling Breakfast, which is scrambled eggs, purple potatoes, and seasonal fresh fruit served with choice of low-fat milk or Dasani water. Meets Disney nutrition guidelines for complete meals without substitutions. There's no price for that, but special beverages that will be available were the Bak-Tu-Bak tea, which is Suja, pineapple, passion fruit, kombucha. Batubucha tea, I guess is what they're going for. Interesting. They're still offering the Moof juice, which is simply fruit punch, simply orange with pineapple and chipotle pineapple. And I had that. Sam from Expedition Theme Park had that, and I took a sip of it, and it tasted like pineapple juice. It's nothing crazy. You can also do a God, I'm not saying these things. P-H-A-T-T-R-O, Patro, which is gold pickled sweetened tea, Adwa lemonade, and desert pear for $5.49. And then moving into lunch and dinner, the entrees are the braised shack roast, which is pot roast, cavatelli pasta, wilted kale, and mushrooms. And that is $18.99. And I've heard that this is the best entree over Docking Bay 7. Sam got something there as well, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was I don't remember what it was. But those smoked codoo ribs look great too. They're sticky pork ribs, blueberry corn muffin, and cabbage slaw, and that is $16.99. The braised shack roast is $18.99. I don't know if I said that or not. The Yob shrimp noodle salad, which is chilled. I can't talk today. Chilled shrimp, marinated noodles, and vegetables for $15.99. And then the fried Endorian tip yip, which is fried chicken, basically roasted vegetable, potato mash, and herb gravy, which sounds really good. It looks really good too. That is actually what I think that Sam got, was that, the tip yip. And then you can do the Ithorian garden loaf, which is plant-based meatloaf, roasted vegetable, potato mash, seasonal vegetables, mushroom sauce. Oh, the mushroom sauce there looks delicious, kid. And then they have the kids' meal version of each one of those. And then something that I would really like to try, because I like small desserts, the Taste of Takodana. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. That's the oily puff. I'll get to that in a second. The Taste of Takodana, which is black bean hummus, edible soil with nuts, gross, chilled dipping vegetables, and multi-grain crisp, served with a choice of low-fat milk or Dasani water. Meets Disney nutrition guidelines for complete meals without substitution. That's a kid's meal. The Taste of Takodana. These are what I like to try. The oily puff, raspberry cream puff, and passion fruit mousse, and a batu bomb, which is chocolate cake, white chocolate mousse, and coffee custard. All sounds really, really good. Moving on over to Oga's Cantina. Oga's Cantina, concoctions with alcohol, the Bloody Rancor, Tito's handmade vodka, Ancho Reese chili liqueur, spicy Bloody Mary mix, and Rancor bone. Did you like that? Spirian Calf, which is their coffee in the Star Wars universe, called Calf. Oh god, I don't know any of these words. Puro, Alto, Mayo, Organic, Joffrey's Coffee, Orange Marmalade. If you know what that reference is, please tweet me. Gosling's 151 rum, vanilla whipped cream, and citrus. A citrus zest. Oh my god, zesty. It's so citrusy. Concoctions without alcohol. That's the only alcoholic drinks they're going to have? That sucks. Why? Wait a second. That's it? That's all they're going to have at the cantina? No. Really? That's it? What? That can't be right. If that's true, that sucks. Unless this is in addition to what they have already at Disneyland. Dude, that freaking sucks. What the crap? That's it? Oh, God. All right, concoctions without alcohol. The Blue Bantha, which is blue milk served with Bantha-inspired vanilla butter sugar cookie. What? Yeah, that's what it says. Black Spire brew, cold brew Joffrey's coffee. Ooh, honey, falernum, passion fruit, and citrus. Ooh, a zest of citrus. Mugen tea, which is Gold Peak unsweetened tea, chocolate milk, vanilla, and cinnamon. Gross. Ugh. Terrine tea, Gold Peak unsweetened tea, peach, huckleberry, and mint. Cafe latte, $5. Cappuccino, $5. Double espresso, $4. Okay, I just got really unexcited for the cantina here. This freaking better not be that different. Dude, this is gonna suck if that's the only drinks you can get. A freaking Bloody Mary and a coffee drink? Please, dear God, tell me that's just in addition to everything they have already. Oh, no. No. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. Ronto's Roasters breakfast. I'm actually really bummed out right now. The Ronto morning wrap, which is scrambled eggs, grilled pork sausage, shredded cheese, and peppercorn sauce wrapped in that yummy, delicious thing that they have there. Where is... Did I, skip a page or something? Maybe I skipped a page. I don't think I did, guys. I think that might be the only thing you're going to get there. Oh, God. I'm actually upset. I'm going to have to edit this out. Pita bread. I haven't tried the morning version of it, and I won't because I'm not a fan of eggs, so I won't be doing that. But you can also get the Rising Moon's overnight oats there as well. But during the lunch and dinner hours, they can do the regular Ronto Wrap, which is roasted pork, grilled pork sausage, peppercorn sauce, and tangy salad wrapped in pita bread, which is my favorite Disney snack I've ever had. And I would say that if it wasn't called a Ronto Wrap, it was called something else, and it wasn't available in Galaxy's Edge because it's that friggin' delicious. The Nuna Turkey Jerky, the spicy version, is $7.49, and the Nuna Turkey Jerky Sweet is $7.49. So there's that. The friggin' Ronto Wraps are so good, you guys. I'm not even kidding. They're delicious. Specialty beverages, you can do I should know these words. Melaroon juice, which is Baratillo's Aguas Fresca pineapple, simply lemonade with blueberry, white cranberry juice, lemon juice, and desert pear. The sour Sarlacc Minute Maid, limeade with raspberry and spicy mango. Ooh, spicy. Tatooine Sunset, which is Gold Peak, unsweetened tea, Oddwall lemonade, and melon and blueberry. And then, of course, you got the milk stand with the green milk and the purple. The green milk and the blue milk. The blue milk is plant-based dairy blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics. Green is plant-based dairy blend of coconut and rice milk with zippy citrus and tropical characteristics. I actually have had both of these, not at Galaxy's Edge though. They did a preview of these at Galactic Nights when that event was going on. I had both of them there. I preferred the green. Some people like the blue. Some people hate both of them. And, that is what it is. Personal preference when it comes to that. Guys, I'm really pissed off about the cantina. God. That has to be wrong, right? There's no way they're not doing all the drinks. Do they hate money? Or are they, concerned to invest the money in that because you can drink anywhere at Hollywood Studios? Is it more that? I'm really annoyed. God, I really hope that's not the case because I will be upset. I will be really upset. Moving on. Let's try to get on to something else here because I'm really upset. Treasure Planet may be the next live-action remake by Disney. God, I like Treasure Planet. I think it is one of the most underrated Disney films of all time. It is so great. And the only reason it didn't do well is because it opened against the first Harry Potter movie. And, of course, that's going to crush because that was like a friggin' sensation. I think what Disney needs to do is quit doing live-action remakes of good films and start with Home on the Range and make that good. The Lion King's good. We don't need you to remake The Lion King or remake Aladdin. Those movies are good. Remake crap that sucks. Remake Black Cauldron. Sorry if you're a Black Cauldron fan. Remake some movies that are terrible and make them good. How cool would a freaking live-action Black Cauldron movie be? Do that. Why are you wasting your time remaking things that are good? I don't get it. It's already a good movie. You don't need to redo it. Especially when they do Lion King, which is shot for shot. It's the same movie again. Which I'd rather them do shot for shot than change things, but I don't get it. I don't understand. It's baffling to me. God, just let it go. The movie's fine. What are you doing? All right. I'm just upset now about about the cantina. Oh God. Because the Bloody Rancor was on the Disneyland menu. So, is this... Oh, God, we got to move off topic because I could be upset about this forever. This is something I'm really, really excited about. Over at Hollywood Studios inside Launch Bay, Darth Vader meet and greet is going to be replacing Kylo Ren at Launch Bay. Very, very excited about that. Makes sense. Kylo Ren's going to be on Batuu, but so is Chewie, so I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Launch Bay, especially with it being kind of close to Galaxy's Edge. How's that going to work? I'm very curious. Unless they just use the world between worlds excuse and then you have time travel. It could be that. God, I hope not. That's a real thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube. Moving on to the next story here. Staying inside Galaxy's Edge, where the canteen at Disney World might suck. There was an 8-year-old Disneyland guest who was named the 1 millionth rider on the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Guys, how in the crap are they at 1 million people already? That is so crazy to me. 1 million people since May 25th? May 25th, whatever day it was. May 25th have ridden the Millennium Falcon ride already. It's July. That is nuts, man. That is crazy. I can't believe 1 million people have ridden that already. And I wonder if they count the cast member people who have ridden it as well during the previews, or if it just counts from opening day to July 18th. Happy birthday, Mom. July 18th. Very interesting. All right, moving on to the next story here. Comic-Con happened a week or two ago, and there was a big announcement by the Marvel company over at the Hall H panel, and they released their entire Phase 4 slate, and it's pretty impressive. I'm going to announce everything first, and I'm sure people have already heard this, but since we're playing catch up, I'll give you my thoughts on this. I'm actually really curious about this. So the first movie that we're going to have is the first release is going to be the Black Panther. Sorry, I'm reading something else here. The Black Widow movie, May 1st, 2020. Then after that, fall of 2020, you have the Falcon and Winter Soldier over on Disney Plus. Then November 6th, 2020, you have the Eternals. Then the next year, you get on February 12th, Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, which is those are both theatrical release movies. Then May 7th, 2001, you get Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. May 7th, 2021. Spring 2021, you get WandaVision over on Disney Plus. Then you get, in spring of 2021, you get the Loki streaming series on Disney Plus. Summer 2021, you get the What If series over on Disney Plus as well. Then in November 2021, Thor Love and Thunder. That is the Taika Waititi Thor 4 movie, theatrical release. And then you get Hawkeye over on Disney Plus in fall of 2021. And that is the entire Phase 4 slate. At the end of the panel, he mentioned that we didn't have time to mention The Mutants, Fantastic Four, Black Panther 2, and a bunch of other things that he was saying that they have time to talk about. But I'm assuming because those are in Phase 5 and it was focused on Phase 4, the panel for Phase 4. So it's a pretty good slate. I mean, I would like to see another movie or two in there maybe. Because in 2021, you're only getting... No, I'm sorry. In 2020... There was one that I only saw like one movie. Hang on, let me go back and see what it was. In 2021, you're only getting... I guess that's 2. 3. Okay, so I was wrong. You're only getting a few theatrically released movies. It's very strange that they are really leaning really heavy into this Disney Plus streaming service. I don't know how that's going to work because they said somewhere that what happens in WandaVision is going to directly affect, or I forget if they said it the other way around, it will directly affect Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So you're going to have to assume that people are going to be signing up for your streaming service and watching all the episodes for this. It's very strange to me that they are making TV shows part of the MCU. It's a smart move if it pays off. You know, if everyone subscribes to Disney Plus to stay in the loop, which, you know, if I think people will, but these movies have to be really good. Everyone's going to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier because of how Endgame ended. And I think there you'll see a lot of back and forth about who really deserves to be Captain America going forward. I think that's what that series is going to focus on. At least that would be what I would like to see it focus on. But if Black Widow, The Eternals, and Shang-Chi aren't good, you're going to have a really hard time getting people to watch WandaVision after 3 movies that aren't really good. Or if the Falcon and Winter Soldier movie is not good, you're going to have some people who are like, okay, well, the Falcon show was terrible. Why would I watch another one? The one I am most excited about on this entire slate is the Marvel Studios What If. The What If line of comics are so freaking awesome. If you've never heard of them, they basically do like, what if Aunt May became Spider-Man instead of Peter Parker? Literally stuff like that. So it could be a really cool way to bring in a multiverse, because then you have all these cool characters, and this is an animated series too. So that would be really, 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 really cool if they started bringing multiverse stuff just from the What If side of things. I think that would be fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, that'd be so cool. Here's some interesting news here. Moving on to the next story here. Disney has already earned over $18 billion at the box office since purchasing Marvel in 2009. That's a lot of money. That means they made 22 films? So almost every single one if you average it out, which it's not because, you know, Endgame almost made $3 billion, but if you average it out, that means almost every film made $1 billion that they made. It's so crazy. Oh, it's nuts, man. That's so crazy. I love it. That's so funny. Okay, also at San Diego Comic-Con, moving on to the next story. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, they did a panel for DuckTales. And oh my God, they released a poster of this, and I'm just going to give you all of the characters that they post on here that I noticed as being like, oh, that'd be a really cool tie-in for this. You have Baloo. You see Gizmo Duck, who's already been on a part of the show as well. Goofy. He's bringing in Goof Troop, Goslin Waddlemeyer, Kit Cloud Kicker. Where's Kit? Where did he go? Did I make that up? I may have made up Kit. Maybe I made up Kit. Oh, sorry, I'm actually looking at the photo now. Don Carnage is there. Goslin looks fantastic. That is such a good design. Chippendale Rescue Rangers are there. I see Gadget's hair and Monterey Jack sitting out the back. I thought I saw Kit Cloud Kicker. Am I crazy? Did I make this up? Maybe I did. Maybe I just saw Baloo and assumed it was Kit Cloud Kicker. There's a lot of characters. I highly recommend checking out that poster, man. It is really, really cool. The way that they ended, I don't know if it was like a mid-season finale or the actual season finale with Negaduck and Darkwing Duck was unbelievable. If you're even a slight Darkwing Duck fan, you need to go watch that episode because it is one of the greatest television episodes I've ever seen in my entire life. I loved it so much. Highly recommend it. DuckTales, the reboot, is better than the original DuckTales. At me if you want. I will fight you. I do not care. It is a fantastic show. All right, moving on to the next story here. And this has to do with more Halloween stuff. And this, when I saw this news, I was very confused. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still very confused. I don't know why they would do this, but here we go. The Incredibles and Buzz Lightyear are going to be joining Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade this year. And I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't get why we're doing it. I do know why we're doing it in August Money. But I don't know why Disney is doing Halloween in August A. And then when they thought about all the characters that they could add floats for the Halloween party, the flagship hard ticket event, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party that everyone loves, and everyone loves the Boo to You Parade, they didn't think anything other than Buzz Lightyear and the Incredibles for the parade for Halloween. I don't understand. They don't look like they're in costume, so it's not like Buzz is dressing up. It's not like the Incredibles are dressing up. I do not understand this. You could have done A Nightmare Before Christmas. You could have done Coco. You could have done... Hell, you could have added another Haunted Mansion float in there with the Hatbox Ghost on it. Like, you could have done so many Halloween-themed things. Oogie Boogie float. Like, you could have done so many things. And what you settled on was Buzz Lightyear and the Incredibles. I do not understand it at all. I will. I really don't get it. But I'm sure it'll be fine. You'll see it and you'll like it, and it'll be a cool float. But it's not Halloween, is it? Is it? It's not. This looks like they could have added this into the Festival of Fantasy. Like, it doesn't make any sense that this is a part of a Halloween freaking parade. I don't understand. What do you want? Why are you barking at the refrigerator? What are you doing? What? What are you going to do? Moving on to the next story here. If you're a beignet fan, Disneyland now has sour cherry version of the beignets. They do more freaking variations on the beignet than I have ever thought were even possible. My favorite edition is the 60th anniversary of Pirates. That was my favorite beignet. It was so good. It was like lemon scented, but sugar. It was really, really good. I highly recommend that one, even though you can't get it anymore. I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend you building a time machine, going back to that year, 2017, and getting one of those because it was fantastic. I didn't want to bring this up, but I have to. The fight at Disneyland was horrible, but it was also funny. Like, the fact that people were that crazy and were able to fight in public like that, and the dude screaming, "I'm going to jail tonight." What he did was absolutely horrible, and he's a horrible human being, and I hope he goes to jail. He's a bad person. Anybody would be willing to do that to another human being, nonetheless, multiple women that are also in your family, is a bad guy. He's a piece of shit, and he should be in jail for sure. That doesn't mean I didn't laugh at that video. But they've been charged with multiple felonies, and hopefully they will be going to jail. I do know this. I read somewhere that apparently they don't have Twitter, but they were saying that there was no fight and nothing happened, not knowing that they went viral on the internet with video of the fight. So, like, I just found that very funny. Like, there was no fight. Oh yeah, what about this? Is that you? No, it's not me. Okay, it wasn't me. You guys remember that song? All right, the 2000s were a crazy time to be alive. All right, moving on to the next story here. Oga's Cantina over at... This is actually the last story. Oga's Cantina over at Disneyland, maybe the better cantina, is now... I'm really upset by that. Is now doing online reservations. You can go into the app and book a reservation the way you would book like a regular dining reservation in the Disneyland or Walt Disney World app. And I'm sure that'll be coming here as well. Once they get it off the ground, everything's going. You probably will see this added to Disney World's Oga's Cantina as well. A way to book a dining reservation. I actually like this. That way you're not standing in the sun trying to get into Oga's Cantina for 2 hours. Like we got lucky, but people were saying they took like 2 and 3 hours to do it. And when you have 4 hours in the land, like I did at Disneyland, that won't be the case here, and going forward, it shouldn't be the case, but it is crazy that I forgot what I was talking about. I was sitting here looking at my dog. He's staring into the refrigerator like eye level with him and barking at it and like growling. I don't know what's happening, and I completely lost my train of thought, but I think that this is a good move to do this for Oga's Cantina. There. All right, that is the end of the show. I'm going to go see what he's barking at. Thank you guys so much for... Or growling, he's not really barking, but thank you. He's scratching at it now. What are you doing? Duncan, what are you doing? I've never seen him do this before. All right, guys, that is the end of the show. Thank you so much for downloading this podcast right here. We'll see you guys on the next show. I'm going to be doing a Jedi Talk one next, so that'll be coming out soon within the next few days. So keep an eye out for that. You can follow me on Twitter at Views with Hughes. You can check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/parkviews with Brad Hughes. And you can also find me writing for Inside the Magic over at InsideTheMagic.net. Mostly doing Star Wars stuff. Do a few other things too, but I try to stay with Star Wars stuff over at Inside the Magic. But thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast, and I will see you guys on the next show. May the Force be with you. I love you. See you real soon. It ended with him going, Okay, I completely forgot to bring this up because I wasn't doing actual show notes. I was doing like screenshots of articles that I wanted to talk about. So Universal has been on Twitter for the last day or so tweeting about this big major announcement that is happening on Thursday. I'll be covering it for Theme Park Duo. If you want to go check out their article, I'll be writing that article for them. So we don't know exactly what it is yet, but this is my guess, my speculation about what this is going to be. I'm fairly certain that they are going to be announcing their fourth park. I know people go, oh, it's actually the third park. Okay, yes, it's a third park. Universal considers Walking the Bay a third park, so I consider it a third park out of respect. And I am fairly certain that this fourth park announcement is going to be the what do they call it? The something worlds, enchanted worlds, magical something, whatever. It's going to be a park. They've already started prep work on this, so like this is like the worst kept secret in theme park history because it's right on iDrive, next to the Icon Orlando and like Topgolf in that area. They have already started prep work for this, so it is definitely going to happen. That's definitely what this is. I wouldn't be surprised if to get there you have to park at Universal's parking garage and they bus you over, because they're kind of doing that already with the Endless Summer Resort. But I would be shocked and amazed if it's anything less than another park with Nintendo and a new Harry Potter component. If it is a new Harry Potter component going into this park, I'm going to assume, based off of rumors and speculation, just my own general thoughts, that it's probably going to be the Ministry of Magic. I think you could do a really cool like Gringotts style ride with that idea. I don't know. I think you're going to see some Jurassic World in there as well. Past that, I don't know what they're going to be announcing, but if it's not the park announcement, I do not know what it would be. But that's it. I just wanted to throw out my 2 cents there on that and let you know we're going to be covering all that over at Theme Park Duo. So you guys have a fantastic night, and this is actually the real ending now. So see you guys later. Have a good one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Park Views with Brad Hughes. Thank you for downloading. I will see you guys next time. But before we leave, don't forget, follow me on Twitter and Periscope and Instagram at Views with Hughes, and rate and review the show on iTunes and Stitcher. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.